everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Smile Code, the podcast where we decode the little and not so little things that make life truly joyful. I'm your host, Dr. AC Quadu, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. Now, today's episode is titled Stillness Speaks, the Power of the Pause. And if life has been moving a little too fast lately, if you feel like your to-do list is running your life, or like you can't remember the last time you felt truly present, this episode is for you. And so let's start with this quote. Between action and inaction, there is a sacred space, a moment of stillness. And how we honor that space determines the trajectory of our lives. So let's take a breath together right now. Inhale. And exhale. That pause you just took, that is where your power lives. Let's start off by talking about something which I believe is the real pandemic of our time, and that's busyness. We've been conditioned to believe that the busier we are, the more successful we must be, that our value is measured in productivity, in speed, and in output. But here's the truth. Busyness is not the same as purpose. And underneath that is another sneaky culprit, the shiny object syndrome, which is closely linked to the fear of missing out. We chase trends, we hop from one idea to the next, start a million things and rarely finish one. Because in this age of instant gratification, silence feels uncomfortable. Waiting feels wrong. And staying still, almost unbearable. We scroll endlessly. We consume content but forget to consume our own thoughts. And in all this motion, we often lose sight of our own center. Our smile fades beneath the noise. That's why stillness isn't a luxury. It's a lifeline. Let's talk now about the sacred pause. Now I'll start by saying that stillness is not stagnation. It's not laziness. It's not doing nothing. Stillness is presence. It's awareness. It's where we reconnect with our highest selves. Even in music, the pauses are what make the melody. In dance, the still movements between movements are what give the choreography its depth and beauty. And in life, the spaces in between breaths, between decisions, between chapters, are where growth lives. And this reminds me of a powerful insight from Viktor Frankl, the Austrian psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, who in his life-altering book, Man's Search for Meaning, wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." Now, Viktor Frankl endured unimaginable suffering, yet discovered that even in the worst conditions, humans retain the ability to choose their response. That choice begins in stillness. Now, there was a time when I found myself in a pause I didn't choose. I was burned out, physically tired, emotionally drained, spiritually parched. Every part of me wanted to keep pushing, to keep performing, to keep achieving. But something deeper said, stop, breathe, be. At first, it felt like failure. But in the stillness, I began to feel expansive. Time slowed down. Ideas surfaced. Clarity bloomed. I started to hear my inner voice again. And I realized I wasn't stuck. I was being expanded. Stillness had become a portal. And on the other side of that portal was peace, direction, and yes, my smile. Now think about athletes like Serena Williams. Before every powerful serve, she pauses. She grounds herself. That stillness is not wasted. It's preparation. Or Oprah, who often talks about the wisdom of waiting. Her best decisions, she says, came not from rushing, but from listening deeply in stillness. Even nature follows this rhythm. Winter may look like a standstill, but it's a time of deep transformation. The caterpillar must go still in the cocoon before becoming a butterfly. Stillness is never wasted. So let's pause again together. If I may here, indulge me for a minute. Close your eyes if you're able. Place your hand over your heart. Take a deep breath in and release it slowly. Now gently ask yourself, what is my stillness trying to tell me today? Don't rush the answer. Just allow it to rise. Maybe it says, slow down. Maybe it whispers, you are enough. Maybe it encourages, it's time. Whatever it is, hold space for it. The most radiant smiles don't always come from laughter or motion. Sometimes they come from a mother choosing patience over reaction, a quiet walk at sunrise, a sacred moment of silence before making a big decision. Stillness invites you back to your center, and your smile flows from there. So here are 5 ways to bring more stillness into your life. There are many ways, but here are just 5 ways that can help you bring more stillness into your life. The first one is the 3-second smile pause. Before you react to anything, pause, smile, breathe, and let the energy shift. The second strategy or tool is the morning stillness ritual. Begin each day with 5 minutes of silence. No phone, just breath, just breathing. Third strategy is the weekly unplug hour. 1 hour a week. Just simply go off the grid and let your soul catch up with your body. A fourth strategy is the journaling prompt. Ask yourself, where in my life do I need to pause more? Then write freely, unencumbered. Let the thoughts just flow on the piece of paper and just write down freely what comes to mind. The fifth strategy is the movement pause. Whether you're dancing, whether you're working out, or whether you're simply walking, pause intentionally and feel the shift. So I'd like to end with another moment of stillness together. So gently close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. You don't have to fix anything right now. You don't have to strive or perform. You just need to be. Just be. Inhale peace. And exhale tension. Let the silence speak to you. Let it fill you. And let it remind you that sometimes the smile isn't in the motion. It's in the pause. And in that pause lives your deepest truth and your greatest power. Now, if today's episode spoke to your heart, please share it with someone you love. Leave a review and subscribe to the Smile Code wherever you listen. To explore deeper, you can join the Smile Mastery Inner Circle on Facebook or visit my website, smilemasterycenter.co, where you can have access to some free tools and resources, as well as see some of the work that we're doing with my Smile Mastery coaching. So until next time, remember to pause, breathe, smile, and listen, because stillness speaks. See you soon.